Hello and welcome to today's crypto video where we'll take a look at the cryptocurrency prices and talk about those, and also what's really been going on with some of the crypto projects that I've been following. More specifically, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Kusama, Nsure, DMST, and finally Keeper, also known as Keeper V1. So with regards to Twitter, here I posted a poll because I've been posting a lot of polls here on Twitter, and again, if you don't follow me on Twitter, please do so at CryptoSchain, as we can see here. But I like to post polls just to kind of get the community's opinion on the market in general. So in this case, one of the questions that I posted was, will Bitcoin break the all-time high or will it go back down and crash to the floor? Because as we can see here, Bitcoin's price is currently trading at 18,610, so it's quite a lot on Binance. And the all-time high on Binance was actually 19,798. On other exchanges, it was just under 19,900, so it didn't actually touch 20k, I believe, because if you search on Google, it says nothing about touching 20k, so it went just below that basically. So if we break 20k, then that's basically a new all-time high, right? That's confirmed. So 50% of you, and again, we only had 20 votes here, still 2 days left, so if you see this, please do vote if you haven't already. I'd like to get your opinion too. 50% said break the all-time high, 20% said get close to it, and 30% said crash below 10k. And I think personally the crash below 10k, 30% are mostly traders, because they're realizing that Bitcoin is just way overbought. I mean, if we look here, I mean, I have basic trading knowledge, and we know about, like, anybody who has some basic trading knowledge knows about the head and shoulder pattern, right? So here we've got, if we ignore the pump that we had here in 2017 and we look from this last pump that we had, which was in 2019, so here we could assume that this is the left shoulder. Then Bitcoin is now forming the head because of this overbought region here, and then what we could potentially see is a huge retracement, unless something huge happens for Bitcoin, some really bullish news that's going to pump it even further. We could potentially see a big retracement down to this area here, which would be the new support area around the 13,800, 30,700 area, just at the tip of this pump here that we've seen from 2019. This is on the 1 month chart. And then we could potentially see it go down to that area, maybe even lower, who knows, and then it'll likely form the right shoulder and pump again around the 12,800 or so, or even above 13k. So this is a potential scenario. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen. It could just go like boom boom here, then come back down a little bit, and then continue further up. But again, just the way this is forming here, in my personal opinion, it looks like it is forming a head and shoulder, so we could potentially see it down below and get down to the support area of 13k. And this is why I'm saying here that some of the people that voted for this are likely traders, because they probably saw the same thing as I'm seeing, and hence why they believe that. So it is possible, it is like, it's a real probability now at this stage, especially with this kind of continuous pump that we've been having, that we're going to have a huge retracement for Bitcoin, which is healthy, which is normal, it's part of the market movement, and then is likely going to continue off. So then another poll that I've started here just like 5 minutes ago, I see one person has already voted, is, do you think Ethereum will go above $700 before the end of 2020? So we've seen Ethereum now, if we look at the coin market cap here, we see it broke 500, right? 507 here on average on various exchanges. So that's pretty bullish, because it's been around 450 for so long, even 470, 450. It's been flipping around that price, but over 500 is very bullish in my opinion. And we could potentially see it break even above 600 very soon. So that's why I've asked this question. I'm curious to get your thoughts. So yes, please do vote on this. Do you think it will break 700? Because I mean, we don't have much longer left, right? I mean, what, today is the 20th of November. So wow, we've got like 1 month and 10 days or so, 1 month and 11 days. So yeah, not too long, right? So could it potentially break it? I mean, if we look at it here on this chart, let's take a quick look. Ethereum on the USDT pair. So this is on the 1 month chart. I mean, look at this. The all-time high was 1440, as we can see here on the 1st of January 2018. And I mean, it could, right? Because the next area of support here, sorry, the next area of resistance would be around here. We have a little bit of resistance here at 727. And then here we can see there's nothing, right? There's nothing here. So that means we broke past the last resistance, which was this one here, 389. So yeah, I mean, looking at this with no indicators, no nothing, just keeping it as simple as possible, this should be the next area of resistance that we may encounter. So that's 738, 740, right? So hence why I've said here over 700. So I do think, like, I strongly believe that it is a possibility that we're gonna see this much buy action, especially with all the DeFi projects out there, people getting into Ethereum to jump onto these DeFi tokens. The food token hype is gone, but the yield farming hype is still on. So a lot of people are getting into those as they're being released. I'm not saying there aren't many rug pulls, but a lot of these projects are pretty good, right? In terms of DeFi, in terms of supplying liquidity to the pool and getting rewarded for it, assuming that the token does well, of course. A lot of those tokens don't have any real use case though, so you know, you gotta be really careful with that. But to talk about Polkadot here, so Polkadot is trading at $5.29 as we can see here, which is pretty good, right? I mean, it's a decent price. We've seen it hover around the $4 area for quite some time. I know it broke over six bucks. I think it was like 680, all-time high, just soon after the denomination happened. So I mean, yeah, Polkadot definitely do have great potential in my opinion, and I think that they're going to break $6 very, very soon when the parachain auctions start. We really need the parachain auctions to see Polkadot perform really, really well. Now, before we take a look at the next one, which is going to be Nsure, let's hear from today's channel sponsors, DMScript. Thank you very much for sponsoring this video. DMScript are utilizing blockchain technology in order to bring gamers and games together. Not only traditional games, but also esports games. Aside from the 4 products and the utility token DMST, which make up their ecosystem, they're partnered with Nvidia, Twitch, Huawei, and are sponsored by Mercedes for one of their products. They've also got some upcoming news related to Nasdaq. So now let's take a quick look at their 4 products. First one is the cloud gaming platform called DMplay.net. DMplay will allow you to stream your favorite games from anywhere you are as long as you have a device with a screen. P2P betting platform called Higlu. Higlu is DMScript's main project at the moment, a peer-to-peer betting platform focused on esports, allowing you to bet directly with others on your favorite team. Optimized gaming network DMFast. DMFast made for those barred away from victory because of a terrible internet connection. We optimize your internet connection to ensure a far more stable and more secure connection that is tailored to your gaming experience. And last but not least, Ubreezy, the online gaming store. Ubreezy is a blockchain-based store that allows users to buy video games, products, and items from big companies like Steam, Origin, Riot Games, PlayStation, and Microsoft using cryptocurrency, making their payments far more secure than any other platforms. And last but not least, the DMST token, which can be gotten on Uniswap and various other exchanges. That's it. If you want to find out more, please check out the video popping up on the top right hand corner of the screen. Now to continue on here with regards to Nsure Network with the ticker symbol Nsure, I have done a tutorial on how you can actually leverage stake Nsure, so do check that out. It's a recent video that I did. If you're watching this on YouTube, it should pop up on the top right hand corner of the screen. If not, just flick through the latest videos that I've done and you'll find the tutorial there. You can stake up to 4x, and hence why the price is absolutely pumping compared to how it was yesterday. Yesterday, I mean, it was trading just under 60 cents for a while. Then it went to like 62, 63, started stabilizing around that price before it took off, because in just 2 days time they're going to be taking a snapshot of everybody staking in those pools that are available to provide liquidity, and then they're going to be rewarded for staking. So again, you can actually stake 100% of your holding into each pool, and you can choose 4 different pools with 100% of your holding. Hence why it's called leverage staking. It's a new method. Now, And we are likely going to see other crypto projects follow this pattern too, but for now Nsure are the first. They are an insurance company for DeFi, and they've been funded by the Web3 Foundation, so I do mention that in the video. Do check it out. And I've not only done a review of Nsure Network, but I've also done a tutorial on how you can actually stake, but I didn't actually stake in the video, so just so you know, I'm not actually showing you how I stake, but I'm showing you how you can stake if you are interested, basically the steps that you need to take in order to stake. So yeah, huge potential for Nsure here, just because their market cap is not even 5 million yet. I know it was like 3 million when I first saw it, and the circulating supply is still very low. Again, CoinGecko are not reporting the real one. CoinGecko are reporting the real one. CoinMarketCap are not. They're actually behind, so their circulating supply is just under 6 million, like 5,900,000 and 660 something. Yeah, I mean, the total supply is 45 million with 100 million capped. That's going to be the max supply. We're not going to see any emissions take place on Nsure until January, end of January by my calculations, because of the 3-month release from the private investors. And by my calculations, that was around 1.3 million tokens, which are going to be released in circulation. So just keep an eye out on that at the end of January, because the private investors can dump on you. They can dump on the market. They're free to do what they want. They're going to get 25% of their tokens released. If you're a private investor, you would very likely do the same. So just be very careful with that. I'm not trying to FUD or anything. I do think Nsure have great potential. But just so you know that when investors get their funds, if the altcoin market isn't doing very bullish, then this could have a big impact, because they're going to sell for profit, obviously, right? That's why they've invested early. They got in cheap at 10 cents. And now they want to get that sweet profit, right? It could be over $1 by then, and they're going to get 10x. So of course they're going to dump, right? It's common sense. Anybody else would do the same. Now, let's talk about Kusama here. So Kusama are very close. I know I've been saying very close in the last few videos too, and everybody is just eagerly waiting. I'm waiting for Karura too to launch on Kusama, which are part of Akala Network. They're basically going to be the test network built on Akala Network, the test network of Akala, but they are planning to build independently. So they are related to DeFi. They've got a DeFi platform where you can get loans on Karura, and you can also supply liquidity to the pool and stake Karura for rewards. Kusama has a strong resistance area around $38. I know that it touched 39 on Binance, but it wasn't able to go further up apparently, so it has a bit of a pullback. So until it breaks that resistance area of around 38, 39, then we're not going to see Kusama take off yet. And I personally think that people are just slowly accumulating at the moment, just waiting for those parachain auctions to start. And when they do, there's going to be a lot of FOMO, simply because people are going to have to lock up their Kusama in order to help that parachain bond, and they'll be rewarded with that specific token from that company, from that parachain. But that token is not going to be rewarded all in one go, so you're not going to get 100% of that token distributed based on how much Kusama or how many Kusama coins you're actually locking for up to 2 years, right? You're going to get that as a lock drop, which means that it's going to be spread out. It's going to be released to you in batches, in small batches over a certain period of time, and we don't know what that period of time is going to be. We're going to get more details when that starts, but just know that you will not be able to dump that token that you're going to get for helping them bond the parachain all in one go, because they want to prevent price dumps from taking place. So it's likely going to be dumping slowly if the product doesn't do well, right? I mean, we gotta be realistic here. It could happen. I'm not saying every single parachain that's gonna launch on Kusama or on Polkadot are gonna be great. Sure, Karura I'm confident in because of Akala Network, and we know that they're funded by Polkadot themselves. So I think they're gonna be the #1 DeFi on Polkadot, in my personal opinion. So hence why I think Karura are gonna do well. But I'm not so confident about other ones, for example, right? There are some out there that I don't know if they're going to do so well, right? Perhaps I'm wrong, perhaps they will, but I'm just not that confident. So I think that Akala and Karura have a good shot, so we'll have to see how bullish people are going to be and how they're going to FOMO into that IPO, initial parachain offering, when it happens. So just around the corner, right? We don't know when, but we're hoping that we're going to see this before the end of the year. And of course, you're going to get coverage on this channel when it does go live and when it happens. Now let's take a look at DMST here, and these are also today's channel sponsors. but I'm very bullish on DMScript. So the price has been quite stable. I mean, they've got so much news, you know, with regards to Huawei. That was the recent one that that we got from them, and also they're going to be mentioned by Nasdaq very soon. So yeah, DMScript, gaming and esports, I'm very bullish on this, but when they launch their product. So the first product they're going to launch is Higlu, which is around the corner. They've also got staking. They're going to be taking a snapshot of your holdings on the 1st of December. You need to hold it in your wallet for a full month in order to qualify for DMUSD. And then if you use DMUSD within the Higlu platform to bet, you can do so. It has a specific value there. It doesn't mean it's equal to $1, by the way. But if you stake DMUSD, you can also get USDT Tether, which is which is spread out at like 13% per annum, if I'm not mistaken. That's as per their announcement here on Twitter. We can check that just to make sure. Let's have a quick double check here. 12% per annum. So we can see here that's what you get if you stake DMUSD. And yeah, I mean, Epic Games was one of the announcements that they've had recently, which was actually 13 hours ago with regards to Huawei and Unreal Engine, and also Riot Forge, as we can see here. So do check this article, by the way, this Medium post here, if you're interested to find out more about this recent announcement that they've got with Huawei. It's quite a long one. I don't want to be covering it in this video, but do check it out if you are interested. And finally, let's move on and talk about Keeper here. Keeper has been on a massive uptrend, and I really didn't think it's gonna have such a strong comeback, to be honest. I was expecting it to dump to like 50 bucks. I know that it dumped to like 84 bucks, 85 bucks over the weekend, like over a week ago. And I was shocked when I saw the price pump so hard. I mean, even when it got to 140, I thought, okay, it's going to get to 140 and then it's going to go back down. But how wrong was I? I mean, it just shows you the power of Keeper. And we didn't even get like super bullish news with Keeper or anything. It's not like Andre created some scripts to get developers to be more incentivized by running Keepers. No, it's just absolute pump. Could it be a pump and dump? Possibly. It could be the whales trying to get people to FOMO in and then they're going to dump right on you. This could happen. We've seen the price go to 380 at the beginning when there was a lot of FOMO, and then it came crashing all the way to 80 bucks. So again, there can be a lot of whale manipulation with this. There are still a lot of whales that hold a lot in their wallets, over 6K. So if they were to offload now, they could really dump the price. They could do a lot of damage. So again, just be very careful with that. It could be Binance bots. It could be the whale manipulation because they're on Binance. It could be many things. So just be careful getting in at very large prices, which are very pumped. Even if it goes to 300, don't feel sorry, because if you're a hodler, you're going to get dumped straight on you. And if you get dumped, it's going to go down a lot, right? It's not going to be a little bit. It's going to go below 100 on the next dump, in my personal opinion. So just be very careful with that. Unless Andre has some super bullish news, unless they get listed on Huobi, on Coinbase, and God knows where, right? But for now, just be very careful with that, right? As we can see here, they're still on Binance, MXC, Bilaxy, and all these smaller exchanges. Yeah, I mean, unless they get listed on Huobi, just be very careful, right? It could just dump right back on you. So yeah, I mean, this is it from today's video. I just wanted to do some to cover my the tokens that I've got my eyes on, and just to kind of give you my thoughts on the prices and what they've got coming and stuff. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and see you in the next video. Bye.